Hey guys, what's up? It's Dreadscape Gaming here, and today on the channel we're back in Elgado for another edition of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Sleep Gunlance build. I know, Sleep Gunlance? What the heck are you talking about, Dread? Well, you could do a lot of shenanigans with Sleep Gunlance, where you get a lot of wake-up hits. So let's take a look at the build, shall we? Alright, so we're going to be using the full Primordial Malzeno armor, which now everybody has access to, including PS5 and Xbox Series X owner. So for the weapon, we're going to be using the Dream Sniper Gunlance. This gives you 360 attack, 28 sleep element, a defense bonus of 20, no affinity. It is a wide shelling type. So that means that you're mostly going to be using this for its shelling as opposed to poking and doing damage that way. As well as I did augment for shelling level 8. I think this gun lance naturally has a 6 or 5 shell. So you definitely want to upgrade it to level 8, which means you're going to have to augment for a while just to get that result that you want. Alright, so we're going to be using Primordial Helm to level 4 sockets as you see here. It gives you Blood Right level 3. Everything else is gemmed in. Next up, we're going to be using Primordial Mail. This gives you 2 level 4 sockets and a level 2 socket. Here we have Blood Awakening level 1, Burst level 1. Naturally, everything else is gemmed in. Next up, we're going to be using Primordial Van Braces. This gives you 2 level 4 sockets and a level 2 socket. Here you get Blood Awakening level 1 and Critical Boost level 1 naturally. Everything else is gemmed in. Primordial Coil, 2 level 4 sockets and a level 2 socket. Here you get Burst level 2. Critical Boost level 1 naturally, everything else is gemmed in. Here we're going to use Primordial Greaves. This gives you 2 level 4 sockets, no level 2 socket on this piece, unfortunately. Here you get Blood Awakening level 1, Critical Boost level 1, and Part Breaker level 3 naturally, everything else is gemmed in. For my petallants, I'm using Underworld Petallants. Use whatever you want to use here, it really doesn't matter, personally, in my opinion. For the Talisman, I am using a Guard Up level 5. That might be hard to get in a roll, but all you need is a guard up level 5 with a level 2 socket and a level 1 socket. That's it. It's a little bit easier to get outside of the level 5. You are probably going to have to use a lot of the high tier melting to try to get this to roll. But for this build, because you want max guard 5, I highly recommend you get this talisman. It's going to be a hard one. If you could get one even with better sockets, I would recommend it as well. Alright, for the decorations before we get to the skills, in the weapon, you want a Artillery Jewel 2, and for the Rampage slot, we're going to go with Growth Jewel 2. Here, for the Primordial Helm, we want 2 Shield Jewel plus 4s. Here, in the Mail, we want Hard Steadfast Jewel 4, a Artillery Jewel plus 4, and a Grinder Jewel 1. Here, we want, in the Van Braces, the Hard Brace Jewel 4, a Sleep Jewel plus 4, and a Sleep Jewel plus 2. Here, in the Coil, we want Magazine Jewel plus 4, a Jumping Jewel plus 4, and a Tenderizer Jewel 2. For the Greaves, we want a Jumping Jewel plus 4 and a Tenderizer Jewel 2 for the 4 slot. Because, honestly, we're not going to take advantage of too many of the 4 socket slots here. Because you need very specific skills for a Gunlance build. In the Talisman, we're going to be using Tenderizer Jewel 2 and a Shockproof Jewel 1. Alright, so let's look at full stats for this, shall we, guys? Alright, so, again, 360 attack. Sleep 28. We don't have a lot of purple sharpness, unfortunately, on this. You have to make do with what we have. Again, wide shelling type, and you want to augment the shelling to level 8. Alright, but let's go into our... Oops, excuse me, here. Let's go full stats into the status. So, for the attack overall, I'm going to have 375 attack, 38 sleep. Defense stats, 1008 defense. For my resistances, I have a fire resistance of -7, a water resistance of 13, a thunder resistance of +13, ice resistance -2, dragon resistance -22. Keep in mind for my armor, I have all pieces of my armor maxed out armor spears with augmentations at least, keep in mind, at least with +10 to stability to get my defense that high. Alright. So, for the switch skills, I'm not going to go over it. You use what's most comfortable for you. But the full skills here, we have Guard level 5, reduce knockbacks and stamina depletion when guarding. So, at level 5, greatly decrease the impact of attacks and reduce the stamina depletion by 50%. Very important to have this. Next up, Guard Up, maxed out at level 3. reduces damage taken by your attacks. So very important to have this. You basically are going to be able to unblock unblockable attacks, so definitely make sure to do this. Evade Extender level 3, increase evade distance at level 3, greatly extends evasion distance. Critical Boost level 3, increase the damage of critical hits. At level 3, increase damage dealt by critical hits to 40%. Weakness Exploit level 3, increase the affinity of attacks that exploit a monster's weak spot. At level 3, attacks that hit weak spots have 50% increased affinity. Sleep Attack level 3, very important for this build because you need to build up to sleep. Increase the rate of sleep buildup. Sleep buildup has a maximum limit. At level 3, sleep buildup plus 20%. Bonus plus 5. Artillery level 3, strengthens explosive attacks like shells, wyvern fires, and charge blade file attacks and sticky ammo. We're using this for wyvern fire in our shells. At level 3, increase the power of attacks by 20%. And reduce wyvern's fire cooldown by 50%. Stun resistance level 3, reduce stun duration. At level 3, prevents stun. Part breaker level 3 makes it easier to break or sever parts of monsters. At level 3, part damage plus 30%. Flinch free level 3 prevents knockbacks and auto reactions to small damage. At level 3, prevents knockbacks and tripping. Blood Right level 3, a portion of damage dealt is converted to health when striking a broken monster part. At level 3, for increase the amount of health you recover. Burst level 3, continuously landing gradual hits, attacks, and elemental attack. This is not really too important for this build, but at attack level 3, upon attack hit, temp attack plus 5, element plus 5, hit 5 successive times for a huge stat boost. Don't really matter in this build because we were a very slow attacking weapon. Blood Awakening level 3 works in conjunction with Blood Right and Part Breaker. Basically what it says is gradually bolster your attacks for a certain period of time, depending on how much health you regain. When landing attacks at level 3 adds a bigger bonus increase to effects that bolster your attacks. Again, Blood Right, it gain back a portion of your health when you break monsters part. At level 3, further increase that. Alright. Load Shells level 2 improves reloading, increase the Gunlance shell capacity and charge blade file capacity. At level 2, Gunlance loading capacity plus 1, increase charge blade files. Basically, this is going to give you 1 extra shell on your build. That's all it means, really. It's kind of important to have the extra shell, but it's not, you know, an end-all to be-all. Flinch free again, you know, you prevent knockbacks with it. Reload speed 2 is not important in this build. Speed sharpening 1, just give ourselves extra sharpening. Shock Absorber, very important to run this in multiplayer. Basically, it says disables damage reactions when you hit a friend or when a friend hits you. Does not apply. So these are the build that you're going to run with. Really, this is to give you kind of a more comfort build for your Gunlance. I am going to do a quick demonstration here on a punching bag, just so you can see how much you will procure sleep with this build. It's not going to be as great as some of the other builds, because again, this is one of those one for funsies. I will also take note that in Sleep Gunlance, this is not really a friendly type of weapon to use in hunts online, only due to the fact that people online are not very keen on not hitting a monster when it falls asleep. A lot of people button mash, so this is one of those things where it is better to use this for solo play, but if you want to troll some teammates, you can certainly do that. I'm going to be punching a Great Azuchi in the face just to kind of show you roughly what the build looks like and what you can kind of expect. So we're going to try to go here. Keep in mind, this is not a weapon that is intended for speedruns. I have done builds for speedrunning monsters in solo play, so, you know, you can check those out already. I have them up. Most of the time, you're just going to want to use the Pira Rakakadaki weapon for the Gunlance if you really want to kind of run roughshot things with Gunlance. That's pretty much your go-to most of the time. Alright, so look at this guy just chilling out there. That's surprising. Okay. So, again, this is not really about poking. You're more about shelling here. So you're gonna, you know, use mostly your gun to blow things up. Let's wait. Okay. Let's reload here. Let's wait. Block. Alright. He's gonna fall asleep pretty soon. He's getting ready for that sleep threshold. So what do you do when the monster falls asleep? Hopefully, your teammates will put the monster to sleep, and then you will use your best Gunlance attack there to be able to just get Vapor Cup hits. Let's block. We're gonna get an Earth Sleep here pretty soon. And this is basically very basic Gunlancing here. You can kind of mix it up with the combos, but remember, Wide Shell is about let me wait here. He's gonna fall asleep. I'm hoping that shell blows up before he wakes up. Okay, good. Let's go. Alright. We got the wake up hit there. That's good. Perfect. This is actually going better than I was expecting, chat. So let's see here. I would love to run it into the bomb, but I think what we're going to do is just run it here. Maybe run across here. We're going to play the minigame because this does a significant amount of damage. And on top of that, chat, you'll see here in a minute, it's going to automatically reload our Wirebug attack. So, we'll go here. Blow up again. Alright, let's reload our ammo here. Get back into position. Let's shoot this into him. Alright, at some point we are going to have to sharpen the weapon, potentially. Let's wait. Alright, we're going to poke. Poke again. We should be able to get one more sleep. When we get that Earth Sleep, I will sharpen my weapon entirely here. Let's wait on that. Block. Okay. Even better, man. Alright, let's go. Let's reload. Let's go shelling. We can get this off here on the face, hopefully. I think I might have missed with that. Alright, let's go. Alright, I gotta reload. Give me a second. Let's block. We don't want to get hit by anything. Okay, he's falling asleep. As a good hunter, what we want to do is sharpen our weapon, so we go back to max sharpness. Then we're gonna resheath the weapon. Oh, that bear is gonna screw this up. We're not careful. Let's use our hunter art. Alright, let's go. Monster's almost... Look at that, we got KO there. Perfect. I love when a plan comes together, chat. Alright, let's go. Shoot this in. I don't know if we hit with that. I think we missed. That's fine. Let's block. I don't think we're going to get her sleep in. We got, like, usually about 3 to 4 of these on a hunt. We might be able to procure it. Or we get the kill. That works, too. Alright, guys. So that's pretty much what my Sleep Gunlance build looks like. Again, it's for funs. You can do sleep runs with it. Wide shell, you're mostly going to be using it for shelling. So it's not really a poking build as opposed to normal or long gun lances. Unfortunately, there aren't any good sleep gun lances outside of this one. So this is pretty much your best in slot when it comes to sleep gun lance, which is going to be incredibly niche. I'll just be honest with you. I think if anything, we'll probably get like a 5-minute clear time with this. Anything shorter than that would be an unexpected surprise. I would normally set up bombs also with this build, but because my AI teammates set bombs already, it's kind of not really useful for it. But really, you put the monster to sleep, and then you're always going to go for this particular attack, because it's just such a good one, man. Like, that's really the only one that you really ever want to use for Gunlance. Some people also like to use the one where you get mobility with your wire bugs, but... you know, it's a matter of personal preference. This is what works for me personally. Alright, guys, so let's take a look at what we got cooking here in terms of a clear time and see what we got. Let's just get all that loot. Oh, wow, I'm surprised. I even outdid myself here. Alright, so we got a 3-minute and 21-second clear time with this gun lance. So, as you see, if you follow the build exactly the way I have it laid out and you follow similar damage rotations, you will do just fine and be able to do exactly what you saw here today on screen. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, a like on this video is greatly appreciated. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, definitely consider doing so, as it helps the channel grow, and I will see you for the next one. Till next time, guys.